Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 20, 2023. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark promised full transparency in the handling of a probe into alleged fraudulent activities at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. A similar commitment is being given for the role and decisions of the Financial Services Commission, FSC, in addressing the matter. In a statement Thursday, Dr. Clark said he had accepted the resignation of FSC Executive Director Everton McFarlane. Minister Clark adds that SSL directors and managers would also have to account for their stewardship.
We will have a secondment from the Bank of Jamaica in the form of Mr. Caron Burrell, who is the Chief Prudential Officer of the Bank of Jamaica, in charge of the prudential supervision of all deposit-taking institutions, who will be seconded to the FSC until further notice.
Minister Clark assured that no stone will be left unturned in unearthing exactly how funds were allegedly stolen and those who benefited, organized, and collaborated such theft. As to whether assets were acquired with the proceeds of this fraud, the statement said, if identified, all legal steps will be taken to restrain these assets with the intention of full forfeiture. In addition, Dr. Clark noted that preliminary updates show several elderly investors are among those defrauded in the SSL matter and expressed empathy for those investors who have been impacted. The finance minister also sought to assure the public that investigative authorities such as the Financial Investigations Division, FID, and the Fraud Squad have operational independence to pursue this investigation wherever it may lead. In other news, all is in place for the February 1 rollout of the state's end-to-end traffic ticketing system. This as the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is now in receipt of 750 handsets and 750 mobile handheld printers. The devices were issued yesterday for implementation under the JCF's Traffic Ticket Management System, TTMS. The system allows for the nationwide implementation of a fully digitized traffic ticketing system and for the immediate recording of tickets in a centralized database when issued. Police officers will be able to reference driver and vehicle information, including ticket history, outstanding tickets, and warrants.
It's a signal of where we have come in terms of executing an effective traffic enforcement system.
The electronic issuing of traffic tickets was piloted last year in Kingston and St. Andrew between January and March. It yielded a 90% reduction in error. Major General Anderson, meanwhile, said the initiative forms part of efforts to digitize policing activities as well as to improve public order and traffic management.
We're equipping them, we're modernizing how we do business, not just in this area, but in a number of other areas. We will be out there as a police force and using these new technologies to more efficiently and effectively regulate what is going on.
Building stronger communities and taking the step towards reconciliation was the call to Jamaicans coming out of the 43rd staging of the National Leadership Prayer Breakfast. Leaders of government, opposition, clergy, and other stakeholder groups met on Thursday to signal their unified commitment. The event was held under the theme Strengthening Communities Through Peace, Justice, and Forgiveness. Keynote speaker, District President of the Jamaica Methodist Church, Bishop Christine Gooden Bengucci, says communities must restore the principle of looking out for each member.
How do we restore dignity and a sense of value and self-worth to those who are within our communities? We have to begin with the very foundation, and that is the home. That's where we need to start. We have to lay the foundation that will help us to allow our children to value life. And not just theirs, but their neighbors.
The scripture readings were led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Opposition Leader Mark Golding. Meanwhile, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, in his remarks, says unity is important for community development.
This well-established tradition that began so many years ago has allowed us to hold fast to the principles of unity and decisive leadership as we seek to strengthen our nation, one community at a time and one nation under God.
$10.5 million worth of hygiene and sanitization supplies will be distributed across the public health system to aid in the fight against viral and bacterial infections. The items to be distributed across 26 hospitals include electrostatic sprayers, sanitizer, dispensers, mats, and hygiene supplies. They were received on Wednesday by Prime Minister Andrew Holness and State Minister for Health and Wellness Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn from technology company Connex Services Limited.
This is a good look. It's a good look for Connex, and indeed the Jamaica healthcare system is indeed grateful, and certainly for all the people who will benefit and who will be saved from infection.
Essentially, these provisions will support the availability of sanitary and hygiene supplies at the point of care. With this donation comes a timely reminder about the importance of preventative measures.
We saw it fit where we could use the same effort with our research and development in technology to bring products to Jamaica where we would offer it to different charities during the period. And one such item that we identified was the electrostatic sprayers.
And finally, the delegation of the European Union, EU, to Jamaica will host its first 5K run on Sunday, March 12 in downtown Kingston. This is to raise awareness of its partnership with Jamaica in matters such as crime and violence. The EU-Jamaica 5K event will be held under the theme All Together Against Crime and Violence. At the recent launch, Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang said the event provides an opportunity for behavioral transformation in the society.
To see a partner moving to get this as part of their program is, of course, a very positive step, because that's how we ensure engagement, inclusiveness, participation, and success, that we do things that the population, not just those of us who sit at the head table, or those of us who sit in the seats of government, can relate to, but the wider population that we are seeking to impact.
It will not only be about running, it will be about inviting all those people to reflect about how important it is to increase the security of the people of this country and how important it is to fight against crime and violence.
The race will start at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade's parking lot and end at the intersection of Port Royal and Hanover Streets. Participants are required to contribute $2,000. Registration deadline is March 3, or when the limit for the event is reached, and interested persons may visit www.runningeventsja.com. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.